Hey guys, it's Mr. Chicken Gamer, and today I am going to be showing you guys a battle mode game for Mario Kart 64 that I actually invented by myself and looked up on the internet to make sure it wasn't copyrighted. Mario Kart 64 Fortified. This game takes place on Block Fort in the battle mode, like I said, and I'm about to show you how this game works, so let's get started. So to start things off, the objective of this game is to get from your fort to your opponent's fort and take this back item box right here 3 times. Basically like capture the flag. And then there's that moment whenever you realize that you have to go back off of the fort to be able to come back up to capture the flag again, because that's how capture the flag works. And throughout this amazing battle, you have lost 2 balloons. So then, whenever you try to come back up the fort, you realize that even if somehow you could make it, your brother Luigi has a special power, the Ghost, which is not released until later games, so they actually don't know about that right now. But somehow they do, and then you realize he's better than you. But I'm better than him! But I'm better than him!
But I'm better than him.
The zero rule, which is actually, I'm calling it the zero rule instead of like the first rule, second rule, third rule, and fourth rule, because I forgot to add this in before the fourth rule, but it basically is the number 1 rule of the game. But so I'm just gonna call it the zero rule. The zero rule is that you cannot use items whenever you attack a fort. You're just gonna have to go right into the fort, and that's why it's supposed to be tough, because then you can lose the balloons. But in the end, now that wasn't a very good fortified fort. That was a bad example. Most times, if it's really well fortified, then it's going to be pretty tough for you to be able to get in there 3 times and still be able to get the flag. And also, there is one spot that you can always cover. You can always make a ring right around the item box of fibs or bananas. It doesn't matter, but you cannot. Like Luigi, since I'm attacking Luigi's fort, he cannot protect that item box. Like, use green shells to hit me and stuff. He just has to surround it with his own items. And that, if you're going to say, okay, so we're going to make a ring, you are allowed to make a ring of items around this, then you're just going to have to, like, make that rule with the person you're playing with. So yeah, that is the zero rule. So this is why you cannot use a ghost item whenever you're attacking somebody else's fort, because, I mean, literally, look at Luigi's fort. It's a lot better now. There's a banana, an item box. It's actually, I mean, if somehow you could crawl through there without hitting a fib or a banana, I'd be pretty impressed. But if you just use a ghost, you can just go right through it, go through Luigi himself, and then just take the flag, which, like, isn't even fair. I mean, I get most of the time life's not fair, but I mean, that makes the game not that much fun. So the reason why you cannot use a star power on Mario Kart 64 Fortified to attack is because, as you can see, Luigi's fort is very fortified. So then whenever you go up to capture the flag, if you use a star power, you can literally just plow through all of their items and take the technical flag, which really is not that fair. And it completely knocks out all of, like, the base that's already been set up. Like all that hard-earned time that they use to make the base is just crushed by that dumb star. The second rule in Mario Kart 64 Fortified is that the 2 to 4 players that are playing, they all have to agree on the same section to make their forts on and to attack from. either that be this ramp here or these two side bridges to your fort, because those areas protect, like one of those three areas will protect your fort from having its flag taken away from it. And also, you guys don't just have to do one section. You guys can do two, I mean, even all three sections. It's just every section that you guys do will take longer. And also, if you guys are thinking about doing one section, probably the default section choice would probably be this ramp right here, because it's kind of the main way to get into the fort. Now, the third rule goes hand in hand with the second rule. You cannot attack at the very beginning of the game. Once you guys have started fortifying, basically the way the game works is there's like two technical rounds to the game. The first round is fortifying the area and making it, fortified and like covered so the other guy can't get in. And then the second stage of the game is trying to get in and take the flag or flag/item box 3 times. So, like you just have to, both you and the other players that are playing have to, they all have to agree. Like, say the person at the red, the green, and the blue forts are all kind of done with their forts, but the guy at the yellow fort still wants to work a little bit more on his fort. You guys have to wait till all 4 of you guys are ready to attack, and then you guys can start playing. Or just whenever your forts, all the forts are ready, that's when you guys can start attacking. The fourth rule, it isn't really a rule, it's just more like a suggestion. These are the 3 rules that I thought up at first, but you guys don't have to stick to these 3 rules. I mean, if you make other rules and you play it a specific way, then that can be how you play it. I mean, there's no restrictions to this game. Those are just the 3 main rules that you have to use in this game. I mean, you guys can fortify with shells somehow. I mean, I don't even know how you can do that, but however you do that, either on your ROM or your actual 64 or on the virtual console, whenever Mario Kart 64 comes out for the virtual console on the Wii U or whatever. I mean, you guys can play it however you want. So that's the 4th rule. So this is my first strategy I'm going to be showing you guys. This is a 1-section strategy, like usually if you're only playing on this first ramp. This strategy is what I call a fibber. Basically, you make 2 rows, the first one being heavier than the second one, but you make 2 rows of fibs, and what you hope happens is that the person will run into this front row of fibs, get hit up by them, and then roll down the ramp, and here, watch. See, you'll go up on the fibs, and then, if the person, now I can actually kind of get by this, but see how it's kind of tough? See how it's kind of tough to get by them, and then Luigi wins. But so that is the fibber strategy. So this is the second strategy that I'm going to be showing you guys. It is called the Banana Blitzer, and it is optimized for 1-section battling whenever you're using the ramp, and this is the second 1-section battle strategy. Now, as you see, there are a lot of bananas just kind of strewn everywhere, but there are a lot in the back, but there's a really big emphasis on the front, which actually isn't made that well. And you can actually drive up here, but then you get stuck right here, and then you end up falling into a banana trap, which is actually very well set up. So on the Banana Blitzer strategy, you're able to put more thought in how you can trap foes, because see, then I get stuck, and then I die, which is sad. But how I got one balloon was I was driving as Luigi for a while, and I accidentally, emphasis on accidentally, shot Mario with a red shell. Whoopsie daisies. But so yeah, that is and then the second time I set up a fib, and I was testing to see if I had a ghost item on, and I'd gotten a star, so I was testing to see if the star power would go into effect before I was hit by the fib. That didn't really work, so yay. So that is the second strategy, Banana Blitzer. This is the third strategy for Mario Kart 64 Fortified. This is a 3-section battle strategy, so if you're going to be battling on 3 sections, this is just kind of the idea strategy that you can use. The name of this strategy is called Fib Fists and Banana Boots. The reason it's supposed to be called Fib Fists is because as you can see on the Mario screen, there is a fib blockade, and there's supposed to be 2, but I didn't want to risk, since I only have 2 balloons left on both my guys, I didn't want to risk the fact of maybe them losing all their balloons, and I had to start it all over again. But it's supposed to have this set of fibs up here, and then at the top of the bridge, a set of 4 or 5 fibs up there, closely lined together to block out other people. And you may wonder why, why is there this fifth fib right here? And that's so if you can jump right there, you can't jump in. And then this one over here, this is Banana Boots. That one is very well fortified. So nobody else can come into here. This is on Luigi's screen. And these bananas over here, not as fortified, but they are also fortified. So that is Fib Fists and Banana Boots. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I worked pretty hard on it because it takes a long time to make the forts, and it's also kind of tough to do without a capture card, so thank you so much for watching this video. And if you liked it, please hit the like button and the subscribe buttons. As I always say, they love your touch. And if you haven't seen it yet, you might want to check out my last video where I do a shortcut compilation. I hope you enjoyed this, and maybe it'll help you whenever you play Mario Kart 64 Fortified. See you guys. It's Mr. Chicken Gamer out.